Hi yogis. Today's practice is a restore class for headaches or any stress or tension that you feel in the head. I welcome you to find anything similar at home if you do not have access to the props I'm going to be using. But for today, we'll use a bolster, so you can find a pillow or a body pillow, 2 blocks, which you can use books for. At the end, I'm going to cue an eye pillow, which can be a tea towel or a washcloth or anything. I have a strap here, which you can use a belt. A blanket, which everybody should have a blanket in their house. You can just fold up a normal blanket from your couch. And then lastly, a sandbag. You might not have this readily available, but you can use a bag of rice. Really what I mix these with is play sand and rice. Maybe you can make something, a weighted blanket would work. Even, it's not as comfortable, but like a circle weight that you would put on, oh geez, you know, weights, like free weights or whatever. Sometimes you can take them off. Not necessary to have one of these. It is just going to make for a really nice savasana. So to get started, we will be coming into child's pose using our bolster or our blanket. We'll do some nice long holds here. You can bring your big toes to touch, knees as wide as you'd like. Pull the bolster in between your thigh space. Pick a cheek and go ahead, lay down. I like to rest my elbows on the floor. Take your first deep breath in. And exhale, let it out of the mouth. Lightly bringing the lips together to touch. Start to feel where you are right now. The body you brought to your space. The mind, the spirit, and maybe acknowledging why you chose this video to practice over all others. What is it that you need here in this space? Start to feel your breath and the way it flows in and out of the body. And if the breath is already steady, full, calm, it might be the state of mind you're already in. If the breath is short, shallow, forced, you might be coming from a place of deeper stress, anxiety, hurriedness, chaos. You're in a safe space now. Bringing yourself to this space with your breath. Feeling the way it flows in and out. The way it comes through the back of the throat, into the lungs, through the diaphragm and into the belly. And the way it exhales out. Use this time and this place to breathe in. Reach deep. Grab what you're holding on to. Exhale, just set it aside. Inhale, reach for the chaos, the stress, the anger. And exhale, remove it or loosen your grip on it. Breathing. Reach for it, grab it. Pull it out, exhale. On your next breath in, feel welcome to lift up the head. And exhale, turn your cheek to the other side. And staying here, breathing. We'll activate our Ujjayi breath together, but in restore, just breathing slow and deep, activating our parasympathetic nervous system to stay calm is all we need. We spend our day in the SNS, sympathetic nervous system, our flight and fight area, always on the ready. Let's let ourselves go here, breathing everything out. Together we breathe in for 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathing in 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathing in, slow and steady, tracing the pattern of your breath. Pause at the top. Exhale it out. One more, breathe it in. And exhale. On your next breath in, pressing up onto your shins. And exhale, finding a seat on your right hip, sending your knees to the left, staggering them, stacking them. Drop that right hip down to the earth. Frame your bolster with your arms. Big breath in, nice gentle twist. Exhale, try to get the belly button, the sternum down to the mat for more. Follow with your left ear, your left cheek. For a little bit less, your right cheek. You can always bring the end of the bolster up by placing a block under it. And settling in here, rinsing out our organs, breath in. Let it go. Finding that softness, that stillness here, breathing. Filling up. Inhaling. Exhaling. Breathing in. Breathe with the breath. Send it deep into the twist. Try to press your belly out through the twist, rinsing out your organs. Bring it back. Last two right here. One more. And then on your next breath, pushing yourself back up. Grab that block, place it under the end of your bolster, high, medium, or low. And then coming onto our back side, sitting our hips up. You can bring the soles of the feet together, knees wide. Maybe you need a block or a prop under each knee before laying back. You can grab a blanket to stay nice and cozy here. And then if you have the gift of a sandbag, you can place it along your chest, or you can lay it long ways in your belly. You can turn it sideways for that extra weight. Mine feels the best on my chest with where I'm laying and the amount of pressure it is feeling. Be mindful of your pelvic bowl if you are pregnant or on day 1 or 2 of your menstrual cycle. You can rest your hands in your hip pockets here. Maybe it feels good to open the heart, elbows down to the earth, chest spinning open, fingertips to the sky. Breathing here for just a moment of stillness and openness. If this is too much on the legs, you can always send them long. Otherwise, inviting energy in. We have an open heart, activating our root chakra, our center for grounding. While you're lying here, you can also invite your eye pillow over your eyes to bring in the darkness. Let go of that light. If that triggers your headaches, keep tracing the breath in and out. Couple more moments here, breathing in. Exhaling. Feel your breath. Let it out. One more. When you're ready to come back to, you can remove that sandbag twist on the other side. Rolling onto the left hip, the left side, body, knees go to the right. Bring your arms back around to frame your bolster. Big breath in, belly button, sternum, work its way down. For more, right ear follows through. For less, it's your left ear. And bringing the bolster up to you at any height, high, medium, or low, or bolster flush with the ground. Elbows softly rest on the earth and breathe into this side body. Following the free flow of breath. Tracing your inhales. Releasing exhales. Feel the calmness here, rinsing it out, following through with the neck, releasing any tension in the neck. Couple more here. Breathing deep into the organs. Rinse them out. Exhale. Breathing in. Releasing. One more here. On your next breath in, pushing yourself up and bringing yourself around to a seat. Maybe grabbing your blanket here for a nice little cushion. Having our strap handy. And I always recommend, when in a yin state of mind, no matter how open the hips are, grab one block, place it under each knee, giving yourself that nice provided protection. On your next breath in, reach the crown of the head up to the sky and exhale the right ear down to the right shoulder, working that tension out in the neck. The sternocleidomastoid, that big triangle space there, holds so much tension, sometimes triggering our headaches. Breath in, sweeping that right arm up and around, and exhale. If you want a gentle assist, tug on that left ear. For more, you can always offer left hand. Drive it around. Pronate, supinate. See the shifts, the changes in the neck. And then eventually maybe picking a spot. I like to sit on mine to really stretch out from the clavicle to the ear. And just allow the body to soften into it here. Breathing in. Exhaling. Good. Filling up. 2 more on this side. One more, breathe it in. And exhale. Gently inhale, push your head back up with your right hand, removing your left arm. Exhale, return. Breath in, sit up nice and tall. And exhale, left ear to left shoulder. Managing how that feels, then inhale, left arm can sweep up and around, gently assisting. And for more, that right arm drives you home. Taking what you need from it, maybe finding a spot that feels good, playing around with the rotation of the humerus in the shoulder girdle before eventually possibly deciding on a higher order stretch. You're opening the space here. You hold a lot of tension in that upper cervical spine, cell phones, computers, TV, curling inward on life instead of staying open. We also have lymph nodes in our neck that we're really opening up space so they can move around, flush out our lymphatic system. And a couple more here, breathe in. Eyes can stay closed. Last 2. One more. And then gently pushing your head back up with your left hand. And exhale, release, seeing how that feels. Taking your arms in goalpost arms, some subtle movement, breath in, open. And exhale, elbows curl in, round the upper back, breath in, open. And exhale, round. One more breath in, open. And exhale, round. Inhale as you open back up. Exhale, interlace the fingers behind the head. Take a breath here. Exhale, chin to chest. Follow through with your elbows. Round down the upper cervical spine. So we're not curling into a ball. We tucked our chin to our chest, followed through with our elbows, apply gentle pressure to the back of the head, the big occipital bone back there. You can stay here or gently, ever so gently, shake your head out, no. Feel all the little tendons and the muscles and the knots that sit where the skull meets the first cervical vertebrae. Last 2 here. One more. And then inhale, open it up. And exhale, hands back to the lap. Still working out that upper body where there's a lot of tension that can produce headaches depending on why you get headaches. We're going to take our strap, our belt, shoulder width or wider apart. So adjusting the strap as needed there. And then breath in. You're going to open yourself up, maybe biceps behind you. Exhale, just draw a circle around, curl. Inhale, open back up, arms behind you as much as they can go. And exhale, circle. Breathing in, open, arms go behind you as much as your body allows. Get that expansion across the chest, opening up, and exhale. One more this direction. And then inhale, lift it back up. And exhale, maybe thinking for a moment before you're able to go the other way. Breath in, moving the axillary, the armpit area. Breathing into it. More lymph sits in there, opening, following through with the rib cage, the side body. Last two here. One more. Breath in, roll it up. And exhale, coming into head of the knee pose, extending your right leg long. You can still sit on your blanket or remove it here. I like to remove mine. I'm going to turn sideways for you guys here. And then right leg is long, sole of the left foot against the right inner thigh. You want to find somewhere for your third eye, your forehead to rest, to reduce that tension along the head. I'll start with high and then work my way down. So depending on your flexibility here, you might need to hold your bolster here. You can always put your stack of blocks or your block right in front of it to stop it from moving. Big breath in. Exhale, my third eye finds that bolster. And I release my arms. And I just let go. In that yin restore yoga, you can release this right leg a little bit. If you can work yourself a little bit deeper, block on high, medium, or low, or maybe you need a stack of blocks. Take a big breath in. And exhale, roll it down, releasing. And for me, my sweet spot is my one block breath in. And exhale, allow the upper body to roll down as much as the heart reaches forward. Third eye resting. Let the arms go. Let this right leg relax a little bit. Maybe the femur bone is externally rotating or internally a little bit. Let that be okay. Where your intention goes is where the focus will be. And now, while the back of the leg is opening, we want to stay focused on our upper back here and our third eye, the pressure in our forehead to release the tension. You can rock your third eye back and forth, shaking your head no or yes. And allowing that pressure to counter headache pressure. But always listening to your body, and if something does not feel good, we do not take it. And staying here and breathing. Keeping our intention and our focus in our upper back and head area. Breathing slowly. Take two more all together. Always knowing you can pause the video at any time and just be. One more there. And then inhale, roll up through the spine, seeing how that feels. Before exhale, switching sides, sending that left leg long, right leg in. Knowing our 3 different levels of props, bolster, stack of blocks, or 1 block. Take a breath in, relax that left leg. Nice even seat. You can be sitting on your blanket. And exhale, rolling down. Stopping that third eye. The back of the leg is opening. But we're keeping our intention, our focus for our head and our upper back. Elbows soft and relaxed, or arms relaxed if elbows are not touching the earth. You can always have props under your elbows depending on how far you're folding. Completely relaxed in the upper body. Letting everything drain to that third eye, our all-seeing eye. Clearing the energy in the head, maybe that stuck energy that's causing those headaches. Third eye is a mirror into the pineal gland, deep in the brain. Sometimes that pineal gland gets caked from our outside world, our toxins, fluoride being one of them. Breaking that energy open. The brain is so important to reset our melatonin, serotonin. The brain ties into our hormone release. And 2 more here. And last one. And then rolling yourself back up. Before we roll back down, setting your bolster back up. I call this the bridge pose. Block supporting the bolster or your stack of books. We're going to have this other block close. We're going to catch it with our head. We're going to kill 2 birds with 1 stone, sliding your hips up to your bolster and then laying down. So we have legs up going on, and then we're going to work out the kinks in the back of our neck using our block. With the legs relaxed, you can rest your head on a block or something a little bit sharp that would dig in to where the occipital bone meets the cervical vertebrae. So right where the back of the head meets and all those little tension knots form. You can lay back in just a foam roller. You can get a foam roller from Five Below and rest it right under the cervical C curve and go back and forth on that if you don't find an object that works here for you. So while we are draining the legs, sending everything up to our brain, resetting our melatonin, we are going to work out the little knots in the back of our neck. You can have the block flat. Sometimes for more intensity, I tilt it up a little bit. Take a breath in, nose up to the sky, and then exhale. You're going to look over your right shoulder. You should feel all those little tendons and muscles getting a massage. You can stay there, undulating back and forth between center and right shoulder, or on an inhale, you can pick it up about 45 degrees. You'll know the sweet spot when you feel it, and just stay there and let the pressure and tension dig in and release those tension knots. Sometimes I move up and down a certain little area, and I just undulate back and forth, no, shaking my head, no. So I kind of feel that tension not release itself. You can stay on one side of the body for as long as you need. Keep breathing into it. Massaging. And I want to offer you, before we switch sides, that if this feels like it's too much pressure with the legs up and it's not serving you, constructive rest is the best. Take the feet as wide as the bolster, framing it, even almost hugging it, and then knock the knees together here. About one more breath on this right side. And then we'll inhale, pick the head back up. And exhale so slowly, feeling everything moving over to the left. Maybe you keep doing that back and forth from center to left shoulder. Maybe the left shoulder spot is showing some relief. Otherwise, about 45 degrees, so picking your head up about 45 degrees, that edge of the block just digs in, and you can undulate your head, no, give it a little shake, oscillate it back and forth. I'm feeling a lot of pressure today, closer to my shoulder, so that's where I want to stay, and just releasing the tension there. You might feel something release and something pop, and that's wonderful. Keep breathing. Move the head as you need. Again, pausing the video if you need longer in a sweet spot. And on your next breath, bring it back up to center. And you can go ahead, exhale, release that block. Starting to set yourself up for final rest. Bolster under the knees. Blanket can be under the head or keeping yourself warm. Opening it up. Good. And you might need to ask a loved one to help. Taking the sandbag, if you can't quite get it there, and pressing it from about the bridge of your nose, letting the pressure rest on your forehead there, letting the rest of the sandbag fall to the earth behind you. Just that gentle, subtle pressure there. It might even be picking up your eyebrows, and that is okay. And grabbing your eye pillow if you have one, shutting off. Go ahead, put it up and under the sandbag there. And then taking a big breath in here. Exhale, let it out of your mouth. leaving the lips apart, the jaw soft and relaxed. Maybe even taking a moment for a little yoga of the face, moving that jaw around, opening the mouth wide, and then leaving it completely relaxed, tongue freely floating, eyes heavy, allowing the passivity of the sandbag on the forehead to release that pressure. And just drift away. Laying down, bolster under the legs. You're going to want to move that block and place it behind the head. And then the sandbag on your forehead. It rests on the block behind you. pulling yourself out of this whenever you are ready. Start to reach the arms overhead, removing your props, stretching the body. And then after any yin practice, rolling to the left side to connect to your feminine energy, that yin energy, our water element, curling into yourself there. Being reminded that you were born perfect. And bringing yourself up to a comfortable seat. Always finding moments of gratitude, connecting the hands to heart center. Stay there, pause, feel the heartbeat beneath the thumb knuckles. Feel the way the lungs rise and fall under the elbows. Being grateful for this body, the chance to slow down. And floating the thumbs up to our third eye, lifting our hearts. Sending our gratitude forward. Namaste.